Cinemas and theaters worldwide are finally back in full swing, which means we have many exciting upcoming movies to follow. Welcome to your channel name. Today, we go through all the major upcoming movies we're most excited about. So, get your dancing shoes on, your web slingers ready, and your treasure maps out. We present you the top blockbusters to watch in 2021 and beyond. Black Widow, July 7th. Thanks to Marvel Phase 4, Black Widow may have been delayed, but it's undoubtedly undefeated. Shot by Kate Shortland, the movie stars Scarlett Johansson is back as Natasha Romanoff, Stranger Things David Harbour plays Alexei, Florence Pugh stars Yelena Belova, Oti Fagbenle goes as Mason, Rachel Weisz is another Black Widow. The Taskmaster will also be presented, though her identity remains unknown. Prepare for some incredible action and some important messaging, according to Pugh. Space Jam: A New Legacy, July 16th. Welcome back to the Space Jam. Michael Jordan is out of the court and, in his place, slam-dunking megastar LeBron James. The sequel is planning to do things bigger and better, too. It brings in all sorts of Warner Bros. Properties to really slam-dunk the nostalgia. With a cast that has Don Cheadle, Sonequa Martin Green, and even plenty of NBA superstars as the villainous Goon Squad, appearing near the cartoon cast of Bugs Bunny & Co., this is an all-star crossover you're not missing when you're back to the cinema. Jungle Cruise, July 30th. Picking up where Pirates of the Caribbean left overs, Jorm Collet-Serra's Jungle Cruise turns the ride into a swashbuckling adventure. Dwayne Johnson plays Frank, the grumpy captain of a riverboat embroiled with Emily Blunt playing scientist Dr. Lily Houghton. A swashbuckling adventure to follow on the big screen. The Suicide Squad, August 6th. Harley Quinn and a couple of familiar faces return to the big screen in this quasi-sequel reboot of the Suicide Squad. You'll recognize a few but will have totally no idea who the others are. The cast is ridiculous, everyone from Nathan Fillion, Peter Capaldi, Pete Davidson to Idris Elba, John Cena, and Margot Robbie, is set to present in the Suicide Squad. Having James Gunn at the helm, this will absolutely be one bombastic ride. Free Guy, August 13th. Prepare for a video game movie you've never seen before. Ryan Reynolds plays the eponymous non-playable character, the NPC guy, who finds himself suddenly gaining autonomy and realizing that he's actually a video game character. The game itself, which itself is a deadly GTA knockoff, is being closed down, and it's up to the guy and one of the game's developers to save the day. Expect laughing out loud when this one finally arrives. Candyman, August 27th. Say his name 5 times looking at the mirror, you dare. The Candyman will appear. Well, Jordan Peele has done precisely that and will be bringing the results to cinemas. This spiritual successor to the initial movie will be directed by Nia DaCosta and has Peele on as producer. Tony Todd comes back as the eponymous ghost looking to wreak havoc. The film will also introduce Anthony, played by Watchmen star Yahya Abdul-Mateen too. Throughout, he's tormented by Candyman's history. Get ready for another scary tale. The Many Saints of Newark, September 24th. Are movies based on TV shows ever were successful? The number is deficient, yet David Chase has thought he's not done with The Sopranos, possibly the best television show of all time. The showrunner will be the writer and producer on The Many Saints of Newark, with Alan Taylor directing. The story concentrates on Christopher Moltisanti's and Anthony Soprano's fathers back in the 60s and 70s. We'll also see John Bernthal, Corey Stoll, Billy Magnuson, Ray Liotta, and James Gandolfini's son, Michael Gandolfini, the All-Star. Venom, Let There Be Carnage, September 24th. Venom was a surprising success, launching Sony's Marvel Cinematic Universe, plus Morbius. Venom, Let There Be Carnage will get Tom Hardy back to the big screen as the eponymous symbiote. In contrast, Woody Harrelson returns from the Venom post-credits scene as Cletus Kasady, alias Carnage. Andy Serkis has filmed this one, the Gollum actor undoubtedly putting his CGI know-how to the test. Dune, October 1st. If anyone can adapt right, it's arrival director Denis Villeneuve, the man who filmed the excellent Blade Runner 2049. He's lined up an outstanding cast to tell the story of double-dealing and skullduggery on the desert planet of Arrakis, the source of the valuable spice that makes interstellar travel finally possible. Timothée Chalamet takes the lead. Paul Atreides, along with Mission Impossible, Rogue Nation's Rebecca Ferguson starring his mum Lady Jessica, and some top Star Wars and Marvel talents of Oscar Isaac, Josh Brolin, Dave Bautista, Stellan Skarsgård, and Zendaya. Halloween Kills, October 15th. Michael Myers comes back, again. Jamie Lee Curtis returns for the follow-up to the 2018 Halloween reboot, and the boiler suit-clad follow-up promises to be bloody. Halloween Kills isn't the last sequel on the way. Halloween Ends will complete the new trilogy in 2022. We don't know much about the second movie, only this declaration from Universal that the story of Michael Myers and Laurie Strode, luckily for us, isn't over. More of the same means disturbing treats coming for Horror Christmas 2 years in a row. Yum. Last Night in Soho, October 22. Edgar Wright comes back with what will be slightly less funny and more horror than we're used to from the director. Last Night in Soho shows Anya Taylor-Joy's fashion designer, who mysteriously ends up in the 60s. Not all is as it seems, and things get a bit out of hand. Top Gun Maverick, November 19, 35 years after the initial Top Gun, Tom Cruise feels the need to go back to the role that made him the most notable movie star on the planet. This time around, his Pete Maverick Mitchell becomes an instructor at the eponymous San Diego flight school. He's set to come into contact with newbie pilot Bradley Bradshaw, who appears to be the son of Maverick's late co-pilot Goose. The first Top Gun was a classic example of 80s excess and style over substance, so don't consider the sequel to be a deep analysis of a pilot's psyche. However, with director Joseph Kosinski having Tron, Legacy and Oblivion under his belt, the next movie is bound to look spectacular. Meantime, the return of Val Kilmer as Iceman is a close link to the original. He can be our wingman anytime. The Matrix 4 December 22. After months of rumors, it was finally confirmed that The Matrix 4 is actually happening. Keanu Reeves and Carrie-Anne Moss return as Neo and Trinity, while Lana Wachowski gets back as director. New cast members have Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, Neil Patrick Harris, and Jessica Henwick, though none of their roles are known. Actually, not much else has been defined at all. We know very little about The Matrix 4. Still, it's worth noting that Alexander Heeman, author of The Lazarus Project, and David Mitchell, who created the book Cloud Atlas, are both on board as co-screenwriters together with Wachowski. Now, if that's not the recipe for some deep, action-packed philosophical riddles, then what is? The King's Man, December 22. After Kingsman, the Secret Service declared the arrival of a fun new spy saga. Follow-up The Golden Circle fell a little flat. This time, director Matthew Vaughn gets a chance to reinvigorate the series by going back to the early 20th century in this prequel. We're thinking of it as the League of Extraordinarily Tailored Gentlemen. Expect bizarre gadgets, over-the-top action, and plenty of innuendos. Now, what do you think? What movie do you expect the most? Maybe we've missed something on our list? Let us know in the comments section below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss an upload and you can enjoy the excellent content we send your way.